Good evening, my name's Ryan, you're watching Rumik Plays, and tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to watch the Overwatch League. Right now, in about 4 minutes, London Spitfire are going to go up against Florida Mayhem in their first match in this inaugural season of the Overwatch League, and I'm excited about it, so I figured I would watch it, maybe get some friends to join in a discussion, and we'll all watch it together. That's what I figured we'd do anyway. So, why am I excited for the Overwatch League? I'm not really into esports. I've tried watching some esports in the past. I've tried watching a bit of Counter-Strike, and there were a few moments that were exciting, but typically the matches were too long, and I couldn't relate to the players because they're all kids, and you know, kind of stuff like that. But ever since I've been playing Overwatch, and admittedly I don't play it very often, but ever since I started, I've loved it. And as soon as they announced that they were doing an official NFL-like, and I love the NFL-like league for this game, I was really excited because I'm a big fan of Blizzard. I think they're probably the best developer in the world. I love all of their games. They always surprise and impress, and they have gone all out on this league. The production value is through the roof. They are taking it very seriously, and they've done a lot of work making the game easier to follow, easier for you to follow the action, because Overwatch is a very fast-paced, hectic game, and ordinarily you'd really need to know, you'd really need to be a player of the game yourself to really know what the hell's going on. But actually, that's not the case anymore. It seems like this is going to be a success for them. If people that don't play the game can actually watch it and follow the action, understand what's going on, follow the narrative, then they've got a big success on their hands. I think this is the start of something very big, very long term, and even though the London team, which is the only European team, and it's certainly my local team, even though the roster is entirely Korean, so I find it very difficult to relate to them as players. They don't speak English, you know, things like that, cultural things like that. I'm gonna try my damnedest to relate to them, and of course Cloud9, who owns the team, they're going to be trying to get more British players into the team as time goes on. I realised, you know, I looked at a lot of the other teams in the Overwatch League, and I couldn't relate to any of those players either because they're all kids. Although I was watching Dallas Fuel last night, and some of the players on their team, because the commentators make a point of kind of introducing each player and telling us a little bit about them and kind of focusing the camera on them, so you know them a little bit. You start to get a feel for their personalities, and it's really good. So I'm hoping the same kind of thing is going to be true of London Spitfire, and hopefully we're going to have a real good game. My friend Sam's just come online, and so is Bethany. Hello guys, how you doing? Yeah, good, thank you. I am excited for this. This is going to be fun. I'm just going to switch over to my full screen here. All right.
Is it bad that I don't even know your Twitch name?
My Twitch name is Rumik Plays.
That should be spelled completely normal.
So 2 seconds, 1 second, here we go.
this might be the moment they've been waiting for here. It's all Florida right now.
I wonder who's going to be playing, because they have like 12 players.
That was a masterclass from the Spitfire. There is a final blow from Swoosh, actually. And the kills continue to pile in here for Florida. That's gonna hurt in the morning, though. Rascal, you cheeky little man. Nice shot again from Tavik.
The Spitfire are just taking everything away from them here.
Here we go.
It's time to get fired up. It's day 2 of the Overwatch League regular season.
Look at this production value. I love it.
Here
Taking it so seriously. It's fantastic.
We have brought in some serious talent today. From League to now Overwatch desk legend. Please welcome. We got Crumbs joining us.
Well, you know, Puckett, moving up in the world, diversifying my portfolio, if you will.
I like your moves. I like your moves, Crumbs. Bren, Zoe, you're back for day 2. Real quickly, let's hit on what we saw yesterday. What was the best moment for you, Zoe?
Oh, that's got to be the last match of the day. Soul going
I love her
against
Tracer
the guys
cosplay.
from Dallas Fuel. That was a barn burner. I didn't actually expect the outcome to be as it was yesterday, but it was a really, really good match.
Incredible matchup there. What about you, Bren?
I think my highlight has got to be Anubis, that Dallas Fuel game versus Soul Dynasty. I mean, it was just an absolute banger of a match. You couldn't have asked for anything better to kick off the Overwatch League.
If you missed it, don't worry. We've posted up all the VODs on OverwatchLeague.com. But for anyone who doesn't understand the format quite yet, don't worry. We're going to revisit it one more time. Here's our commissioner, Nate Nanzer, breaking it all down for you.
Must be so much fun actually being there.
The battle begins.
Yeah, I can imagine it's quite cool.
Yeah.
12 teams, representing cities around the globe, will meet on the world stage for the Overwatch League inaugural
Hello.
Hello.
Only one will be crowned champion.
Are you guys watching on Twitch?
The regular season
Yeah,
is
yeah.
divided into 4 stages.
Cool.
10 matches per stage. Each team plays 40 matches in total.
I'll put it in
Each
Discord in
match
case
is
anyone
played
else
on
wants.
one of the 4 different unique map types. The team that
nice.
wins the
Just-
majority wins the match.
right.
If the result is a tie, a control map tiebreaker is played. The title match occurs on the final Saturday of each stage. Second and third place teams compete for the chance to take on the top team of the stage. After regular season play, 6 teams qualify for the playoffs. Teams that finish first in each division, plus the
I
next
love
4
that they
top-ranked
explain
teams
this.
will qualify
Yeah, it's
for the
good.
playoffs,
So
which
many
is a
people
single
would
elimination
never
round.
understand if they didn't.
Yeah.
Will your
That's
team
true.
be the first Overwatch League champions?
Yesterday,
No,
we saw
our team
two
will not
LA
be,
teams
but
and the Soul
it'll be fun
Dynasty
to
walk
watch.
away with big wins today.
Who we play
We're about to
against?
have 3
It was
more
against,
teams jump to the
Ohio.
top of the leaderboard
Florida
at
Mayhem.
1-0. Let's take a look at our matches. We're opening things up here with the Florida Mayhem taking on one of
McDonald
the
team.
strongest squads in the league. It's the London Spitfire. A little bit later, we get our first glimpses of the Philadelphia Fusion as they take on the Houston Outlaws, and we close things out here on day 2.
I was
It's the
really
Epic
annoyed
rivalry,
earlier on.
Boston
So
versus New York
the
as
app
uprising
really
takes
helpfully
on the
allows you.
Excelsior. But
There's a
it's time to get
button
into our first match of the day. Are you
that
guys
allows you
ready?
to hide spoilers.
Please put
So
your
great.
hands together and welcome to the
But the
stage.
website
We got
doesn't
the
have
London
that button.
Spitfire.
So so if you're watching the games the next day, you have to watch it on the app on your tiny phone, because if you don't, you'll see the scores.
That's disappointing.
Yay, it's our team! All British oh wait.
But don't worry, they got a British consultant who can't hold the flag up right.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you keep your opponents guessing every
Need to
single
sit
time.
Stylosa up on the counter as a mascot.
Is of course the possibility of internal scrims. If they do
Some
want,
mini
they can
Stylosa
just keep
toys.
every strat to have internal and don't have to give away literally.
So why are they
anything
London? Are they?
at all.
Does every team get abandoned city?
Cloud9
Yeah, so one of
just
the players
bought
I
the
really
London
want
spot,
everybody to be looking
and
out
then
for today
they
Oh,
tried
that's
to
good.
recruit a bunch of
Guy that
British
I've been
players,
speaking
but
about
they're
for
already
quite some time.
signed by
He
other
was a bit of
teams
an
in other
unknown
leagues,
player, actually. He played for Team
and they're hoping to
And
fill out the
he's
roster
up
with
here
British
by,
players
the
over the
London
next couple of
Spitfires.
years.
The guy is an
Fingers crossed.
absolutely incredible diva player.
That
Everyone
must be depressing playing a team because you know that in the next few years he'll probably be gone for
I
someone
feel
else.
like you could just describe all 6 of these men on their main
Hopefully
stage as
you'd be
incredible
good enough to
players,
just
but they're
be
going up against
signed
some
for another
stiff
team
competition.
immediately.
Please welcome our second team to the stage for the day. It's the Florida Mayhem.
Boo!
From the biggest roster to the
I love how the
smallest,
colours
we
make
have
up the
the
German
6-man
flag on their
duo of
shoulder.
the Florida Mayhem coming up to the stage. And
Oh, yeah,
while they
black
didn't
too.
show their full force in the preseason, this is a lot
That's a
that's
beard.
been playing together for 6 months now.
Look at that majestic beard.
Longest standing rosters you've got in front of us. was very much a David versus Goliath situation.
I'm pretty sure this entire team is like one German and all Swedes.
Really now, Florida Mayhem, they've got to be focusing
I
on
think
their
Dallas
key
Fuel's
players.
only got one American on the team. That's Seagull.
And that player is Logix. Logix very mechanically
But
skilled.
that's the great thing about this league. There are no rules in place that say you have to be from the country you're representing. Or the city you're representing. It's good. Except when there's an entire team made up of Koreans that don't speak English. It's just a shame, that's
You know
all.
what? Like, even if a lot of people say that the meta
I want to
doesn't
get
really
behind
fit
British
this
players. I want to be able
roster
to
that well
relate
at
to the
moment. You
team,
have players
you know.
such as Sebulsai, Logic, and Manitin, who can all play that Widowmaker
We should have signed up as our
role,
team for
example.
London.
They might be able to actually build
We might
some
lose,
unique
but at least we're
strats
British.
of
Well,
this
Sam might have been
kind
able
of
to do it,
flexibility.
actually.
Now,
Top
this team
500.
has been playing together for 6 months. I was talking to Vic. I was like, what happened in the preseason?
You should try out for contenders.
We flew to America. We played the first day.
It's a
They're coming
full-time
back
job.
fully prepared now for their
do
first
it.
match in the
Give it a
regular
go.
season. And we've got to break this
Just
one
quit my
down.
job.
The big
Well,
thing that I
Stop my
coming into this
salary and
matchup
go
is
gamble.
in the preseason, London Spitfire just showed us 2 looks. It was either the GC Busan lineup or Kongdu. Today, you got players from both of those lineups mixed into the starting teams.
This is basically the go tanks of this team, and we expect them to continue mix and matching this squad in order to diversify
wait, I
their
just
strategy
realised
even
that's
more, because
Crumbs.
now it's not just one roster or the
He's
other, but a mixture of the two. How
League
do
of
you
Legends
tackle preparation?
professional,
Well, the
or
answer
used to be
is you
professional
look
player
internally.
in League of
You don't really
Legends.
care about what the opponent's
Cool.
doing.
Oh,
God,
okay.
he
You need to have your
moved
own
pretty far.
strategy and play, be solid.
So both teams got some practice time after the preseason. How do you see them comparing today?
You know what? I think it's going to be the
Trace is
big
on
matchup
stage.
of the DPS
Yeah, there
players.
she is.
Logic and Twig, definitely the biggest strength.
She
that
does look
Florida
a bit like
Mayhem has,
Tracer.
but they're going up against, arguably, some of the best DPS players in this whole league with Profit, Rascal, Birdring, and Turek. So this is going to be really tough for the Florida Mayhem.
It's going to be a great matchup. Tavik and Logix are going to have their hands full, but it's time to get the official predictions. Bren, you were 3 for 3 yesterday. Can you make it 4 for 4? Who are you going with in that first match?
I'm going to be going with London Spitfire, so this one is going to be a 4-0. I
Oh,
really
wow,
do
nice.
believe that they've got what it takes.
feel it's a bit
to be honest.
biased,
Florida
given
Mayhem
his
didn't have
national
to go into
team.
the preseason. That's my decision.
Crumbs, I know you've been watching all kinds of gameplay. Who you going with today?
Well, I'm actually going to be going with the London Spitfire as well.
Yeah.
4-0 fashion, but I want to highlight what the Mayhem can do to actually do something in this matchup, which is going to be the flexibility in the roster and being able to constantly add new players, new heroes to their strategy will at least give us something to hope for.
Yeah, I think I have to bandwagon here. I think it's going to be a 4-0 for the
Well, if
London
these guys are
Spitfire.
right, it's not going to
I
last the
personally
2
don't think
hours.
Florida Mayhem has too much to answer what the London Spitfire can throw at them.
I want to
Is
hear
it
from
4
the crowd.
matches at
Who
least,
out
to then
there
a
thinks Florida
tiebreaker?
Mayhem's walking away
Yeah.
with the win today?
Yeah, I think so.
We got some love for Florida. Who thinks it's going to be the London Spitfire walking away with the win? We got a lot of baby blue out in the crowd, but it's time to find out what are our casters
Think of
wearing
those sticks
as
they
we
clap
set
together.
it backstage.
Alright, thank you, Pocket. This is it. Welcome everybody to the arena. We have finally made it. It's the second day of the Overwatch League. My name is Sembler, and with me is Hex, and we'll be bringing the action.
Tippy-tap,
to you guys
tippy-tappy.
start things off today. Hex, I mean, the crowd is
My
hyped.
bad.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a 4-0. I hope it's not a 4-0. I don't like those zeros on the board, and I think Mayhem can definitely bring some games to them at least.
I'm loving this, man. I mean, I'm sure that with a crowd like this, these guys are going to get butterflies in their stomachs. I know I have butterflies in my stomach right now. It's been
Oh,
a
they're
long
all so
time since I've
young.
been able to say that, but I am excited right now. This is so sick. And these guys, I mean, it was already highlighted on the desk, but they have outstanding talent. They can do damage.
Looking beautiful in the powder blues. They're mixing up the roster.
I know you like that.
I do like the
powder blues,
Spitfire
looking
colours,
great, and
I have to
they
say.
can mix it up. They've mixed up the rosters already.
And yeah, speaking of mixing things up, it's
I'm
really
not-
come down to the
I'm not
heroes
that much a
from
fan,
pointing
it's
that
kinda
out
growing
on the
slowly.
desk. These guys, this team, they don't have anybody to pull from. They have no substitutes. It's all going to come down to how versatile they can be in game. But I mean, you've got guys like Tvik who really stands out in that case.
He has been the mark of versatility for this roster. In Overwatch for a very long time, he can play darn near everything, and he's going to have to, because I think Logic's mostly going to stick on Tracer.
So this is it. The maps
I love
for
Dorado.
today's first match here in the second day. It is going to be Dorado starting things off. And so, well,
No King's Row.
predictions. Hex, I don't really. We'll leave that
Yeah,
out. That's
my
making it
favourite's
hard.
King's
That can
Row,
be
but I'm out.
eventually if they really want to push it.
Yeah,
But
it's a great
what do
map.
you think
They're
we
all
can
great
expect
maps.
on this first map to start things off?
Well, I think Dorado lately, especially in
Unless
the
it's
preseason, has
2CP.
been a map defined by Widowmaker
Horizon.
play on defense
Or Horizon,
and
yeah.
offense. So a
Falls
lot of
under
it is
2CP,
really
I guess.
on who can win that battle, and really, what are you going to do against it?
I
What do you
guess
set
Blizzard
after
Wall's
the
going to be
Widow?
out by the end of the
You
month.
choose not to counter Widow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so those guys are
hopefully with
focusing
all
on
the
we're gonna follow
skins
that
and everything.
I
the
want,
crossovers.
I want young
So
Reinhardt
this will be
so
the first
bad.
point of contention. This arch
Really?
series, a lot
Yeah,
actually
that's
go down. It's a choke
amazing.
point. The defense are going to be trying to stop the offense from pushing that truck through.
I mean,
It's basically Thor.
Man, look at that. The cigarette in the back.
Yeah.
Pinatas. Were you ever good at hitting a pinata, or were you one of those like funniest home videos end up knocking someone in the knee, kind of?
I might have actually, knocked a few friends over the head with the bat. Let's not think about the pinata days. Those were sad days where hand-eye coordination was definitely lacking. But that's the thing, you don't have eyes. So
speaking of hand-eye, you're going to see Widows up here with that hand-eye coordination is going to be so important. If the second point...
What's the meta now? Is it like Diva, Winston, Junkrat versus...
Oh Jesus, I have no idea.
Third point, and you're going to see
I
a
think
lot more
it's
kind of
dive bomb still.
strategies, maybe some Reapers come into the mix, and Genji's still a factor.
Yeah, looking forward to the Reaper. I'm a big fan of Reaper. Always love it. Hellfire shotgun, but he just sounds sick. I mean, come
Look
on.
at that stage. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I wear dark makeup. I've got my room is painted black. Nah, gotta get to it now. We have both teams set up, guys. The countdown has begun to start the action here. 15 seconds left, and already Florida Mayhem. We can see a bit of a change in strategy here. We got Zupe rocking the Ana. We don't really get to see her too often these days.
Yeah, it's very interesting because most teams are going to run a Zenyatta. Maybe it's a first point kind of thing and get that distance healing going on because look where they're set up here.
Yeah, they're looking to actually take the fight to him fairly early on. The high ground advantage here is what Florida Mayhem are looking to take advantage of with both tanks, Manton and Swoosh. Get that buddy system going. They're going to try and rain down destruction on London Spitfire as they push forward with the payload. But here it is, Birdring barely misses that shot. Tvik already under pressure.
Playing a little bit with fire there, Tvik forced to recall out of that situation. He's not really getting a whole lot done. Has to blink towards his team, so they've already swept the rooftop clear of Mayhem players.
And this is exactly what they have to worry about. Now that he can get around this angle, Birdring, he can start raining fire in, and you got to be careful with the headshots. That's a one-shot, one-kill situation in Birdring. Right now, he's kind of wondering what he needs to do to change things up. He doesn't have too much of the ult. It looks like he's trying to just change up the angle, and no, he will go for the swap.
Yeah, he's going to switch off of that Widow. No need for it anymore. A lot of the Widow on offense on this map is for counterplaying. A defensive Widow, they see that's not an issue. A boost comes out early on a Winston.
Yeah, that was a very quick boost. Some great pressure being put down here from Florida Mayhem. I love getting that boost on the Winston. You get that cleave damage with the Tesla cannon. You start roasting people left and right. But Birdring now, looking to get in on the action. He knows that Tvik is in the back line trying to be a threat, and Tvik has that pulse bomb, so we'll see when he decides to use it.
This is an interesting place on the arch. It's a game of chicken. If they're going to drop down first, or you can force them onto the stairs.
No, Winston!
Profit does find one right away.
Yeah, there we go. Getting some of the impact, gets the reflex as well. That's going to put a stop to
nice.
That. No messing around from him, changing up the angle, and Profit very mobile on the Genji. He's going to be darting left and right, as we can already see, putting the pressure on, and Dolphin is going to be the one picking up the kill on Zupe.
There you go, Diva.
But Profit definitely had a hand in it.
And Zupe out of the mix. They're actually going to transcend as well. Zebo's going to get in there and bring Zupe back to life as a transcend because you push. A really good job of the Mayhem tanks making life miserable trying to push through this archway.
Yeah, this arch choke point really playing in from Florida Mayhem. I mean, Birdring trying to have a little bit of an impact here on the side. But Swoosh, he's got the Primal Rage. You can buy even more time with that as a delay.
Jesus
tactic.
Christ.
We're about to tick over 2 minutes here. And so the pressure is going to start ramping up on London Spitfire.
Don't even need to see where they're going.
Yeah, they used a lot of ultimates to try to get through this archway, and they just did not find it. Profit nearing another blade was the earliest they had. But here, this is a great counter to those blades and those flanking DPS players.
Yeah, I mean, now he is taking less damage than he's boosted. He's going to jump right on up, and there we go. Fist to the face. Dosen is gone. And the Primal Rage will serve to just keep pushing London Spitfire back. He knocks him back with every swing.
Swoosh is such an extraordinary player, too. He's played every single role, has transitioned into this main tank role as well, and his understanding and game sense is serving.
Somebody should tell Swoosh that he spelled his name wrong.
Immediately Profit getting value. 2 kills for him. Going after the squishies. That's exactly what he wants to do, and that's what I'm talking about. London Spitfire, they eviscerate the defense.
Nice.
With the blink of an eye, Profit with those 2 frags really open things up.
That's the push that they're looking for, absolutely. You think maybe you hold on to the nano-boosted Winston because he's such a great counter to the Genji, who's unable to deflect that damage for him. However, they saw their window there. London Spitfire now also have a Valkyrie ultimate in their pocket too if they want to press the issue, but it seems like they want to push very patiently. It's been a bit slow going.
They're not looking to try and crash into the defense too quickly here. It seems like they're kind of assuming what's going to be coming at him because Profit has given up that high ground. Going to go for a little bit of a peek again, it looks like.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Find the angle, and they will have, I mean, Zebasai is going to have his Valk very quickly here. Nuss decides to go for his very early on, though, so this may favor Florida.
A very well-coordinated dive there has actually put a wrench into the plans of Mayhem. They wanted to get set up with the Widowmaker up top. They switched to Vic over
getting
to
kills.
And they get the aggressive dive. Everyone goes down.
Oh, you heard to that as well.
Keeping an eye on Zebasai there in that fight to see if he would decide to go for the wings or not. He decides to hold on to it for the next fight, having lost a few too many players there out of position.
A very smart restraint there as well, because now they should be able to have the advantage in the next fight. Valkyrie, one of those all-important ultimates, able to resurrect 2 people, you get chain healing. It's a fight-defining ultimate, and now that London Spitfire has used theirs, the Mayhem will answer in kind.
Yeah, I'm liking the style here from Birdring. It seems like he has freedom to kind of set up his own game plan, set up the flanks. So we'll see when he decides to get into the fight. We got a visor getting used already by Logix, hoping to force them back, and he will! Just hamstrings him from behind. There's the reflex from Prophet. Finally puts an end to it, but the damage is done.
Oh, Rez.
Yeah, that's the fight that they were definitely going to win because they had that huge ultimate advantage, and these teams are so good at tracking when the other team is ready. So Spitfire might have gone into that knowing that they were going to get wrecked, and what you really want to have happen is force them to use that ultimate. You don't want to throw away a fight and not force out ultimates from the other side of things.
Yeah, looking to see where Logix decides to set this up. Sure enough, on that high ground, he can drop right down behind him. Perfect replay and execution here from him. And Prophet, well, I mean, he gets the reflect in the end, but like I said, the damage is already done, and Florida are doing a good job of stalling things out. We've ticked past the minute mark again, or the 2-minute mark.
It's such a smart response to a self-destruct from a D.Va. She gets out of that mech form and she becomes much more vulnerable. Here comes a blade from Prophet.
Prophet setting it up. He's already had a pretty big impact with the last one that he was able to get out there. This time, however, he is forced back. Swoosh instantly going for the Primal Rage. He's got so much HP when he's pissed off. Not going to help him in the end, though. He does get clipped.
No, I mean, anger doesn't solve all your problems. I think we've learned that. I mean, it can start sometimes.
Have you played matchmaking before?
Yes, sir, I have. They are going to get in here. They've gotten a couple of kills early on, and now that the Primal Rage Winston was out of position, they finished that one off as well. And some good damage in here, but here comes Tavek. He's able to take down Fury in both forms.
Yeah, with the back line, exactly. He's finding those sight lines, allowing him to get picks. They have to go out in the open here, London Spitfire, and they're really relying on either the D.Va or the Winston to get the shields down to try and create some space to cut him off. And it looks like it's just going to be the straight dive all the way up onto the top, trying to put the pressure on. Birdring looking for a target right now, and he's going to farm quite a bit of energy off of this D.Va. He's just flying up to that pulse bomb as quick as can be.
Well, he's finally able to take out Tavik, so at least they don't have to worry about the sniper presence on the map. As Fury does get himself a couple of kills, it forces Zebo to burn out this Valkyrie. This needs to be a fight Florida wins, otherwise these ults are for naught.
Now, well, like, whoa, is he gonna make it?
Oh, Jesus Christ, 14 health.
Able to get around the
Oh, my stream's frozen. There we go, it's better.
And he's already used his pulse bomb, doesn't matter, he's already up to 37% again. No problem. He'll farm them so quickly. That's what I really like to see in Tracer players. You know, don't hold on to the pulse bomb too long. Just use it instantly and just start farming the next one and hope you get a kill.
Every second you're holding is the second you're not building it. It's why you see them toss it out just like that. And all of the support ults have been used on both sides of things. Spitfire's last best hope is Prophet using another blade.
This is it, and he's got to deliver now because there is hardly any time left on the clock. They need to be
so much a 4-0.
For some reason, my Twitch account's just been temporarily suspended. The fuck?
Really?
Those Dragon Blades are so critical to get that first kill because he dashed in, misses that